You'll never guess.
Who?
Hold on. Hello, and welcome to Did You Mean to Say That, the podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Bobby.
I'm your co-host, Erin.
Welcome back. If you're watching this after the last one, because we're putting 2 out. So the one that came out yesterday, we filmed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because last week I was sick, and I still am.
And
It's
this one
allergies.
we filmed 2 days ago. If you're watching it on Thursday when it comes out.
Yeah. And we're back.
Yeah,
In so many ways.
things just happened
Yeah.
that I don't even know.
Care to share?
Let me see what my topics are and see where to start. Well, I mean, do you want to talk about our last episode?
I think so.
I think so too, but I don't know how to talk about it without talking about it.
I was thinking about that. So,
Do you have a way?
yes.
Go for it.
Okay. I wrote one of my topics today is making a public apology to everyone in my life.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As you guys have followed, and that's why I wanted to talk about it because it's our podcast and they've
not
been with
theirs.
us for the journey.
That's one of my topics is the journey.
As you all know, the relationship of me and Levi was very off and on, off and on. And I got to the point where I knew that I was not making the healthiest, best decisions for myself. But I'm a very defensive person, which I'm working on in therapy. And so when my friends would not give me support for doing something bad, I got mean. Not mean, but very defensive. A little mean. And very well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to hide everything. And that's not fair because people just genuinely want the best for me. But obviously, I did not want to hear it. So I was being defensive. And after we filmed last week's episode, I was telling
By
Erin,
last week, you mean almost 3 weeks ago at this point?
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, anyway, after we filmed that episode, I was letting Erin and Mackenzie know about something about him.
Some tea.
That we're not going to say. But it was not fair of me to just casually bring up the fact that Levi and I were talking again because I did not update anyone.
What's actually crazy is the last thing we know is literally the last thing they know. Because the last time we spoke about it at all is the episode where you're wearing the suit.
Right.
That was the last.
So Levi and I are talking again. And I did not tell anyone that because I didn't want to hear it. And it's not fair of me. It's one thing. And that's what we talked about. So long story short, after we filmed last, we got in a fight. Mackenzie was sitting here. It was awkward. I felt really bad. I was drunk. And then a couple days later, we sent each other voice memos and worked it out on the remix.
45 minutes worth. And honestly, I was speechless when I woke up to your voice note.
I was at Kroger and I was like, here we go.
Hold on.
But yeah, so I just want to apologize to anyone that I made feel like they can't simply be there for me or express their opinion without me being rude back because I did not want to hear it. And what I will say to that point is Erin and I decided at the end of that convo that we're going to set a boundary where I'm not going to talk to you about Levi. Obviously, and like you said, if something I need something, if I'm going through it, of course you'll be there for me, but I can't just, yeah. So that was basically it.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to address that aspect of it without talking about what's happening there.
Totally.
Because who knows anyway, so.
And then I was a little bit traumatized and couldn't edit the episode. Mm-hmm. But that only lasted for
I just thought it was
nothing happens in the episode. It's all
yeah, but
after.
Watching it back, did you not catch my little alludes?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
But whatever. So yeah, I started editing it last night for the very first time. And yeah, it'll come out the day before this, so this doesn't matter. So this will be
Yeah, they'll see that and then okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So if you're watching this and you haven't watched that one, go check it out.
but genuinely, I'm very sorry to you and to anyone that I made feel like they have to just like agree with my decisions, and I
Yeah.
don't. And like, no one ever told me like I
Stop doing that.
yeah, or they were saying like, what are we doing here? And like that's very fair, but at the end of the day, like obviously I'm still gonna make my own decisions, but like it's not fair of me to expect my friends to just be like, yeah, love that. So
Yeah.
working on that in therapy, my defensiveness in general. I'm so defensive and I don't know why.
Insecurity,
Yeah.
which you'll work on.
Yeah, and I am.
Yeah.
I also have a new therapist because my free sessions are running out.
And
So
she's
I,
expensive.
yeah, so I emailed a few people and this one guy replied. I'm going to have a session with him and see how it goes.
Please.
Okay.
Like literally, please.
Right.
What is that?
Right.
I started therapy. I think we talked about it last week.
We did.
So I've only had like 2 sessions, but I have one tomorrow, thank God. I don't know how much I'm gonna get into.
I was wondering.
Oh my God, you guys.
I know.
So the other thing, so like even once I got past like the trauma of the last episode and like was fine to sit down and edit it, I have just been just absolutely so down bad. Like words can't even, I literally can't even put it into words. And like up until last night, like I thought there's absolutely no way I'll be able to get through this episode without bawling my eyes out. Like there's no way, because I've been crying like for probably a week straight, like just like every day, every night in the car, like just all, I'm just literally crying. And then what day was that? Saturday night, one of my friends called to tell me some news about my ex that I can't even. But then I cried for like 48 straight, like sobbed for 48 straight hours. And me and him fought and whatever. And he just brought up how I was like slandering him. I mean, so many things were said, but because of that prompted me to go watch some of our episodes back, or at least like the parts where I talk about him.
And were you slandering him?
Yes.
Well, a little, yeah.
But what's crazy is I like watched myself in real time go through the 5 stages of grief. Like I was scary because like your brain is crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's how I felt. Like that is what I thought was going on.
I feel that way watching episodes back too, like about Levi. I like see myself and I remember like what I was thinking at the time
Yeah.
and like what I was feeling, and I'm like, it's so interesting. It's like a case study.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And I literally, like our first episode, I'm in denial. Our second episode, the episode with Shayla, I'm in anger phase for sure. Miss those so much. And then now I'd say I'm in like the bargaining depression stage. I'm somewhere between the two.
Those are the worst ones.
I honestly think that bargaining is like worse because it feels like hopelessness and desperation, and like I will die if I don't get something figured out.
Yep.
And then depression, at least I can like be numb or something. Like
I agree. The
But
bargaining sucks because it feels like you're just like doing anything you can to get like that fix, and you're giving away your power by acting out of desperation.
yeah,
and
which is insane in my situation. So
it's not insane. It's
I know
human.
it's not insane, but it feels insane. But I'm also just like, I am being insane, but I think that that's normal.
Yes.
So I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
so that's kind of where I'm at.
Hold on.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks. So, I'm sorry, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yes. And what did I say about it?
And I guess you're not gonna say like what transpired. You don't have to. I'm
think
just
I
wondering.
will next week.
Okay.
Or maybe I just will now. So my ex and I were actually supposed to go see a movie together,
You
which
said
is
that on the
insane.
last one, I believe.
I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no, I'm actually just not ready to talk about it
That's fine.
because
Great.
I just don't even know
Yeah.
how I feel.
Totally.
But what I will say that I haven't told anyone, I don't think, is that we plan to have a talk in person like next week. Because I just like we just keep like unraveling these conversations via text, and it's just not. There's just so much left unsaid that is insane. But at the end of the day, I like want to die. So
I'm sorry you want to die. I don't think you should die.
I won't. But man, this is really something else.
Yeah.
And it is so deeply unrelatable. And like obviously everyone's, been through pain or like
I don't think it's unrelatable to everyone in the world. But
no. Just like
yeah.
I've met like one person
who was in a
maybe.
relationship that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally I matched with a girl on Hinge who like was with her wife for 9 years and they just separated last year.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like more validated because he's completely invalidating like how I'm feeling and like
yeah, he sucks. I'm
completely
sorry. I'm not sorry.
justifying-
You suck.
yeah, completely justifying like what he's doing and how he's feeling because it's been 8 months. And I'm like,
I would.
can you please stop saying that? Like it is some monumental amount of time. Like this shit feels like it happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
And like,
And how dare he literally like put a timestamp on your pain?
he's not. He's like, I'm basically putting one on his, being like, you're fucking
No,
insane.
well,
for
he
being
also is
fine.
because he's saying like, I can do X, Y, and Z. It's been 8 months. Like trying to tell you like that's a significant or appropriate amount of time. It's like no one gets over things in the same amount of time.
And like, I moved out 5 months ago. So like,
It feels like so much longer.
that's,
It's crazy.
it doesn't to me. It feels like it was 3 months ago.
Oh.
But I think that's because I lost 3 months of my life due to blackout. Like, and that isn't his fault. But like, yeah, it just, yeah, I'm
It just sucks that
having a hard
he
time.
at the like no matter what he's doing or whatever, that he cannot just have empathy for you as a human being and someone that he spent so much time with, to be like, I am so sorry you're feeling this way. Like it is not my intention to hurt you. And he's not saying any of that. Or is he? I don't know.
Is.
But he's still
He's not sorry though. He's told me time and time again, like, I'm not trying to hurt you. This has nothing to do with you. This is not some show I'm putting on for you and your friends. Like, I'm not doing it spitefully. I'm not doing it to
I'm
hurt
sure
you. I'm
that's
just
true.
living my life. What I said to him was like, it's not about not having malintent. It's about not having like compassion or care for my
Yes.
feelings. Like, you know that I'm going to see and hear about. I mean, at first he was just like, not private. So like a week after I moved out, it was very public, like what he was doing.
Yeah.
A month and 2 months after I moved out, it was insane.
Yeah.
I'm also like, I don't know, like in my anger stage, being petty felt really good, and like being spiteful back and like getting my lick back felt great. And now I'm like, fuck.
I keep thinking about that.
But like, if I hadn't done it, then what? I would have been moping around while he was fucking bitches left and right, or bitch left and right, and tweeting about it in graphic detail while I
Insane.
sat here and cried. Like, the fuck was I gonna do?
Yeah.
And he just keeps saying like, you were seeing people too, you were fucking people too, and I'm like, I hate to pull this card, but you started it. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to be fucking respectful. I literally saw that tweet about you going to the movies and downloaded every single app and went insane. Like,
Yeah.
and sure, maybe that was not the right decision, but like, that's the only reason I was doing that and talking about it at all, because like I was trying to tiptoe around his feelings because I thought that I broke him. Like, I felt so fucking guilty.
And did you talk about, like, those feelings with or do you have a session tomorrow?
I have yet to speak to my therapist about him at all.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
the first week was just intake. I mean, I told her that, like, obviously I am going through a breakup, and, like, which is crazy because I'm going through a breakup and he's not. Like, he went through a breakup 6 months ago and now he's cool and wants to be friends.
You're broke, he's up. I'm kidding.
Literally, though. That's literally what's happening. Yeah, so first session was that. Second session was familial stuff.
Yeah.
And then this week, which sucks because, like, I need to, like, get, like, this is why I hate therapy. I need to have it every other day.
I wish I could have it every
Like,
single day.
I need
I'm not kidding.
to have it at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Because there's so
I'm sure
many
you
different
could
things.
for a
I
minute.
can't afford that whatsoever.
Oh, your insurance isn't.
Not doing shit for me.
Damn.
It's just a whole thing. But, yeah, so.
Well, maybe tomorrow be like half the time I want to talk about this, half the time I want to talk
That's
about
what
this.
I did last week.
Okay.
I talked about our fight, and then I talked about my family. And it was great.
I talked about our fight in therapy too. Anyway.
It's just like, I wonder what she's gonna say.
We'll find out, I guess. Yeah.
It's just like, hopefully she says something helpful because, like, nothing anyone is saying is helpful.
Nothing
I, like,
anyone can
don't
say
know.
in these situations is that helpful. Although I have found peace and, like, comfort and validation.
See, that's not happening for me because, like, unfortunately, like, I know that I'm right. Like, it's not even, like, right. It's just, like, I know that the way that I'm feeling is fine. I know that the way he's feeling is a little fucked up. Like, it doesn't really make sense on, like, a human level.
Yeah.
And, like,
Not on the type of human that we need in our circle, at least.
I just,
'Cause
like,
there's humans out there like that, and it's scary.
it scares me. And
Yeah.
it, like,
I could never.
it used to make me, like, deeply, like, heartbroken for him. And, like, I can, like, care for him enough to soften him out of this or something, or, like, make him, like, live life in a real way and like confront his feelings, because then I will coddle him once he
Yeah.
comes to those realizations. And 8 years of that didn't work, so I tried a different approach,
Yeah.
leaving,
I'm getting there.
which in the bargaining stage I am regretting. So that's
Yeah,
where
but
I'm at.
it's yeah.
It's just,
I'm curious to see what your therapist will say about it.
I'm curious to see what I'll say about it. Because I also, like, before I started my period, I, like, borderline needed to be on, like, watch. Like, it was so dark. Like, I just would never kill myself, but it was just feeling so permanent that I was like, I will never get over this. I will never get out of this. Like, and we're right back into, like, the dynamics that we used to be in, where I'm, like, desperately in love with you, not understanding why you don't love me back, and you're just carelessly moving on, doing whatever the fuck, and not giving one single fuck about my feelings. And I hate that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like I'm like, please get back together with me, and he's like, no. Like, it's just like that
Yeah.
feeling of, like, why am I the only one that's hurt? Like, what is going on? Oh my God. And then I feel like I need to hurt him or something, and I can't, because nothing I do affects him. So
It probably just does, just not, like, I think he's so
avoidant.
yeah.
Yeah, girl, I don't even know. But it's been really, really fucking me up. Like, I've said this before to everyone and probably on camera, but just, like, the way that the grief of my relationship and the grief of my grandpa are so intertwined forever, and I can never, like,
Yeah.
my brain has permanently linked them together.
Yeah.
And that is going to make it like 1,000 times harder for me. And obviously that's not his fault. And I don't expect him to share in that with me. But like, I do actually expect you as a person who claims to love me to care about that and have empathy for that. And like, you should have shielded me a little bit. Like, you should have thought about me a little bit before you went fucking nuts on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't give a fuck that you didn't do it to hurt me. You didn't do it spitefully. Like, you did it without thinking of me.
Yeah.
You did it carelessly.
Uh-huh.
And that is
Equally hurtful
doesn't
as
make
if
any
he did do it
sense.
purposely.
What's up?
He did do it purposely and spitefully and to hurt you.
Oh, okay.
I kind of...
One part,
Which part?
Which part?
like not coming. Like he made that decision.
Oh yeah, I just meant with the internet of it all. But yeah, I mean no, him not like
But also with the internet of it all, I stand by, I think that he like wanted you to see it because he was so hurt that you left. Because
I think I know that, and he'll never be able to
admit that.
grasp or admit that.
No,
like I don't even know
exactly.
if he can admit that to himself. Like his brain is literally like,
Yep.
oh, I was just living my life. These are the consequences of that. But I know it was like your ego and like whatever. Like I've thought about the psychology behind it all.
Yeah.
But you can't like convince somebody of the truth that probably lives inside of them that they don't see.
Yeah.
I tried for 8 years. Like,
Yeah.
and I got to a point where, I mean, I definitely like changed him for the better, and like he did a full 180, but
You can't.
still it was a whole other thing. And that I think was like even more hurtful when we broke up, because like he like within genuinely 3 business days of us breaking up reverted right back to that person, like all my hard work out the window.
Yep.
And I've told him so many times, which like this is the bargaining part. I've literally said like, if I would have known it was going to be like this, I probably wouldn't have done it. Like
Right.
looking back, if I would have known this is how it was going to be, I would have not been able to handle it. Like I would have chosen to be with you forever, literally, instead of feeling this way and having you emotionally abandon me in this way. Like, this is insane. And I thought that our relationship had like evolved to a point where it would be past you being so upset with me for breaking up with you, which I didn't want to do,
Right.
that you would not come to my grandfather's funeral spitefully. Like, and then frame it like it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Like, just not be there for me at all. Like,
At all.
at all. While I'm moving out and you told me you would help me move out. Like, it's just, oh my God. I went back and read the conversation that we had the night after we broke up. And it was, like, truly terrifying. Like, it was just like, I think someday we'll find each other again, and like you're my motivation. Like I'm gonna change for you. This was all for us. Like I was bettering myself for us. Like da 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 da. And then
all of a sudden,
2 days later,
yeah.
I think it's because I went to brunch and I listened to music while I was getting ready, and I was like kind of kikiing around the apartment, and I walked in to say goodbye, and he was like crying. And I was like, what's wrong? And he wouldn't talk about it. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe when I get home, we can talk about it. When I got home, like later that night,
Walls were up.
different guy lived in my apartment. Never saw my boyfriend again. Like at all. Literally the last time we ever to this day seen each other, he basically shooed me out of the room so he could watch a YouTube video and said, see ya. And those were the last words we spoke to one another in our apartment in person. What?
Yeah.
Like we didn't share a life,
Uh-huh.
and like we don't love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? That's not love. That's something dark and evil and scary. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna keep in, because that was a little
Keep some of it, but
detailed. But yeah, I mean,
the reality is, and it's not going to be helpful for me to say this or make you feel any better, but the reality is, like, if you never gave him any time of day again, there will be a time when he's like, fuck. Like, I lost someone who genuinely, like, ride or die for me, who tried so hard, and, like, who I hurt.
Everyone says that. And I think
I
these
think
are just narratives that we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better. But I know that
I
man like
think
the
it's
back
true.
of my fucking hand.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
Even if he felt that way, he would never.
Well, I'm not saying he would act on it, but he will feel that way, and, like, I guess it doesn't...
I hope. I don't know why I hope that. Because, like, that sucks for him. But, like, it would make me feel less alone. Like,
yeah. And, like, the feeling of that, like, rejection and disregard is so fucking painful. And one of the worst human emotions to feel, of just, like, my intention is to love you. Why are you treating me like that? And it's, like, an indescribable, like, I don't know. It's gnarly.
Yeah. I think it truly is just, like, the emotional abandonment of it all. Just, like, even if we didn't, like, talk to each other about it, like, feeling like we were in this together at least, like.
Yeah.
Or just not. Like, I'm gonna sit here and carry the weight of all of it, and, like, you're, like, part of putting together the weight. Like, I didn't just, like, do this by myself. Like, we built this thing together. You fucking destroyed it, and now I'm carrying the burden, like, completely alone. But, you did too. It just doesn't look like how I'm doing it. And you did it for 2 months, 6 months ago, and now you're all good.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah. So.
I could never understand because I never get over anyone, so. And I just, like, care, and so do you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a hurtful feeling when you, like, can't even, like, force someone to care.
Yeah. It just, like, really doesn't matter, like, what he did to me. Like
during the relationship.
Yeah, I would have done anything for him. Like, it doesn't, like, I mean, if he cheated on me.
Well, yeah.
In our apartment, like.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, you got it, bro. You can clean this whole apartment by yourself and move out and fuck your grandpa. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't imagine a world where, like, he just wanted to end our relationship and I treated him like that once, like, his family member died and he had to move out of the apartment. Like,
knowing that you did not want to break up with him.
Right. Yep. I will say, though, like we were talking about, I think 2 weeks ago, or, like, it was a while ago, like, the resentment clouding my judgment. Like, I probably said things to him that weren't true because I was feeling them at the time, because I had so much fucking resentment built up towards him that, like
when you said, like, I fell out of love with you and shit.
Yeah, I didn't.
Right.
So, yeah. And I think, like, the resentment was already there from the relationship, but, like, the resentment that I built in, like, the last month that we were living there, for one, you flipping the switch, completely abandoning me. Mm-hmm. 2, you not being helpful at all when I needed to move out, and you have, like, basically no things. Everything in this apartment is mine. Like, this move is 1,000 times harder for me. Mm-hmm. And not being there for me from when my grandpa died, and just, like, treating me so coldly and acting like I'm fucking crazy for expecting you to, like,
help
do something else is, yeah, I thought when I left, I was like, I hate this man. Like, I have nothing left for him. Like, there's no fucking way. And now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, haven't been doing well.
Sorry.
But starting my period helped a lot. Like, I'm still, like, all those things are still true, but I don't feel like I'm, like, drowning in the depths of my despair like I was literally 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. It was dark. And it was, like, you know that feeling where, like, oh my God, it was so bad. was sobbing from literally like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Went to sleep, woke up, immediately back sobbing until like 8 p.m. And then I forced myself to go play volleyball. And I was so weird when I was there. I wasn't even playing. I was just like standing there. I couldn't like talk. And my friend was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "I can tell." And I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "I don't know what to say." And I'm like, "I know." Like,
Yeah.
I don't either. I just had to leave the house.
Yeah.
And then the second I got back in the car, cried the entire way home, cried myself to sleep, whatever. And on the way home, I thought about dialing every single one of your numbers. I thought about calling like every single person from Hinge, every single person I've ever known, and was like, there's nothing anyone could say that would like console me right
That's
now.
kind of why I do isolate when I'm in those
Yeah.
moments, because I'm like,
Inconsolable.
and like just like I'm not present. Like if like if I'm in that zone and I come over or something, like I'm not.
I would just sit
I'm
there.
just thinking.
Yeah. And I'm normally not like that, but something happened.
There's certain times where you go
At the
out
court.
and like you're upset and it's like, okay, this helped. But there's other times when it's like I need to just
Yeah.
like when I'm like crying myself to sleep, I go sleep on my couch because I can't be in my bed. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Like the bed that you shared or just bed in general?
Well, it is the bed we share. But also like, yeah, I think it's just like I'm gonna go.
Change the scenery?
Yeah.
Maybe I could
Like,
try
it's
that.
too
But I was
hard.
crying here. I was crying there. I was crying in the tub.
Oh,
I
I've
was
cried
crying in the
everywhere,
car.
but
I moved locations and nothing stopped it. So it was fucked up. But yeah, we'll see.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I wish anything I could say would make you feel better in the moment.
Yeah.
But like everything that people do say in these situations like are true and helpful, but like it's not going to immediately like make you feel better.
Totally. It's just not. And it's just like one of those things where the only way out is through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's what
Just one of
I'm
those
scared
situations.
of myself.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks. I'll be all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I always say, the sooner the better.
Yeah.
The less memories and love that you share, the better.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think one day you won't think that about this. Again, not helpful, but
Yeah, but when you know, it's just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah.
I still to this day feel that way about Jake, which like obviously different situation, but like I mean, I live in regret every single day. Like, bitch, after 6 months, you should have been gone out of there. And those
Yeah.
next 4.5 years, absolutely pointless.
yeah.
Taught me some lessons or whatever, so like nothing's a waste of time. But like,
I see what
I
you're
do
saying.
not cherish any memories with that man. And like,
Yeah.
and again, different situation, but like,
No, I see the sentiment.
there have been times where like I knew what I needed to do, and like a year later, I'm like, wish I would have did it then. Didn't
Yeah.
do this extra year
of mourning.
more pain
Yeah.
to work through and more moments and time milestones, and
What are the stages of grief? Is there a denial?
that's the first one.
Oh, I'm still there, so.
Well, they're also not linear.
Yeah, they're
That's
not
true.
linear at all.
I've gone through all of them multiple times with this situation, but
Yeah.
I will be okay. Like I'm like again, like when, that day happens or doesn't, I will be like sad, obviously, and down bad, but I know my heart and my values, and like I've really, really been leaning into like my spiritual side and like getting back with my friends and like doing things that make me feel like myself. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. We sure will.
And so will our viewers. Love you guys.
Sure will. Love you guys so much. Like,
Except for some of you. Sorry, I still love you as a human, but probably doesn't watch. Probably does.
probably does.
Bitch.
For real.
Not your fault.
Well,
Also, yeah, I don't
I'm
want to
not
get...
sure what we're talking about, but I feel like we're talking about the same thing.
For
and
sure.
like we actually had this whole conversation in the car earlier, where like,
I'm reading this book, okay? It's called Manifest Your Destiny. Amazing, by the way. And like there's 9 principles of like reaching your highest self. And a huge point in it is killing your ego.
oh yeah,
And like
we
ways
touched
to...
on this last week.
Okay. So in terms of what we are alluding to, I'm just like,
It's not even an ego thing for me. It's a fucking principle and like morals thing for me. Like, you were really trying to like click up just to do that. Get out of my DMs.
emails.
Yeah. And at this point, maybe you are watching, but like, fuck that. Like, don't stop liking my shit. I don't like, you're the ops now. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
It's weird as fuck. Like, and it's, if you hadn't done all that funny shit,
Then it would be
beforehand,
so different.
Then it'd be so different.
I'd be like, okay, they circled back.
Of course, who doesn't?
Right.
Love sliding back.
For sure.
And you should do that. And we were talking earlier, wish to God more than anything, I had an ex I could go back to right now.
Brings me to my next topic. Also, fuck you.
And fuck you.
Fuck
That's so
you.
weird.
You weird bitch. And also, get your shit together based on things I've heard. Anyway,
Whatever.
yeah, and that's the thing. I'm trying to kill my ego, so I don't want to be like, fuck you. Like, you know, it's...
I think, like...
But it's also...
You don't have to think that you're better than them to, like... I feel like that's ego. And, like, I don't even feel like it's, like... I have no pride or ego invested in this, and I feel like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So, like, fuck you. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, the act is not weird.
No.
Slay.
It's what happened before that.
It's what happened before. Like, and it almost... Now it feels, like, pointed and calculated and weird.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I did not mean for any of that to happen.
Keep it, please, because...
I will.
Yeah. Anywho, speaking of circling back, I'm just going to say his name because I don't care.
Really?
Will was in town.
Oh my god. Wait, that already happened?
Yes, last weekend.
Who am I getting lunch with?
Will.
My sister's fiance's mistress.
We went to a picnic at the park.
You're kidding.
We stayed at Alt Park for like hours.
Oh.
Having the best time. I swear, like, I've never laughed with a man more than I did with him. And I felt that way before, but like, obviously he was in a relationship and like, it was all like, then he moved to Chicago. But yeah, he visited for Mother's Day and he hit me up and he had like 2 days here and he was like, I want to hang out with you. Hung out all day. Mm-hmm. So fun, beautiful day, just laying on a blanket.
Life. He's the one. I can't even.
I told him, we texted, well, okay, so we did the picnic. It was amazing. And then I was like, I have something to do that night, like a gig or something. So I got to go home and like get ready for that. Okay. That was that. The next night I was DJing at Highwire. It was a girly pop dance party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like did not give us any time to prepare for that. I would have loved to have gone to that. I didn't know until like
you wouldn't
hour
have. It was
of.
no one was there.
Okay, cool.
But he came.
No way.
Yeah, but no one was there. So me, the manager there, who I love, we were all queening out. Then my parents came.
Wait, is that the place we went that one night? Oh, that one night.
The night Levi and I broke up.
Yes, is that same bar?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That
no,
part was fun.
that part was fun. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yes. But he came there. My parents came because Amanda was having like a little birthday party, so they went there.
Happy
and then
birthday, Amanda, who doesn't
happy
watch.
birthday.
Why am I looking at the camera?
Yeah. They came with like our family friends, Charlie and Caitlin's mom and dad, Mike and Dina. So they all came and like we're all kikiing. And the next day was Mother's Day, so I went up there and my mom was like, that Will guy's really nice. And I was like, I know.
We know, Mom.
And then Will and I were texting the other night just about like the whole thing. And I was like, I feel like we were just like right person, wrong time. And like, obviously you live in Chicago now. So like maybe one day, but
I wonder
like.
if he always will.
I don't know.
I don't either, but he was
It was amazing.
far and away my favorite
Oh, absolutely.
person you've ever interacted with. Like,
Oh, for sure.
just he fits so seamlessly.
He is
like,
so outgoing, funny.
he's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
he's literally perfect for you. He was just in a
Relationship.
really weird situation.
Yeah.
That jury's still out. I don't know.
No, they're done.
No,
Yeah.
I just mean like jury's still out on like what the fuck was that situation.
He was.
between everyone.
Yeah. But like, bygones are bygones.
Yeah,
So that was
don't
really
give a
fun,
fuck.
and I circled back.
I love that.
What else we got? I have like lighter topics, by the way.
Well, oh my god, I have 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more topics.
I have like 7.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I have another boy story.
I have another boy story too, so we'll just get that out
We're
of the way.
so back. So the other night, I went to meet my old coworker Megan, bestie, at the Banks because she was in town because she
her.
moved back to her hometown. She was like, "Come out." I went to the Reds game, and I was like, "Fuck, okay." So I went to the Banks, had a blast, so fun, and then I was like, "I'm gonna go to 901, so I don't have to Uber from the Banks, and I just want to like be around gay people and like have a night."
After a night at the Banks.
Yeah. So I walked to
Yeah,
901,
people.
took fire TikToks, hilarious, going viral. Not actually, but has like 2,000 views.
Period.
And I was
Viral
just
to me,
drunk on the
honey.
street, being
Love.
like, blah, blah, almost got hit by a car in the TikTok. Did you see it?
No, I haven't been on TikTok in years.
You
and
liked
know
one of
that.
my things.
I saw one of them. I'm doing the same thing with TikTok that I do with Instagram now, where I get on, I see the first
And
thing
you're
that's
like-
there, I like it, and then I get off.
Okay.
Like, I just
Well, I
don't
made
have
2
it in me.
TikToks, so you probably saw the other one. Anyway, so I go to 901. I'm sitting at the bar, just like chilling, doing my thing. And this guy sits next to me. And I didn't recognize him at first because I've never met him in person. But this is a guy that, like, we used to DM all the time. Like, he has a husband. They're in an open relationship. They're both so fucking hot, so fucking rich.
Love.
And, like, we're just yapping.
That's my new vibe.
We're just yapping, and I'm flirting hardcore, like, putting it on. And he is just like, "You're so cute." And then Chris, the bartender, who used to work at Birdcage, so I, like, know him fairly well, just, like, started laughing and, like, at us. And I was like, so putting on the charm, and then he was like, "I'm so hungry." And I was like, "I'm so hungry." And he was like, "Let's
Is
go
that
to..."
how you flirt? You just mirror everything you did in the No episode. I love food. I'm so
literally.
hungry.
I wish I had a video of, like, us flirting because it was, like, undeniable. Like, I don't think I flirted that hard in so long.
You guys were like in a rom-com.
No, literally. So he's like, "Let's go to Goodfellas." And I was like, "Bet."
On my way.
So we leave. We're holding hands on the street.
I love this.
Yeah. Goodfellas line fucked, obviously. So we go across the street to Lucky Dogs. Oh my God.
Love her.
I've never been there.
Good.
I didn't even know it was there. So we go in. He orders 5 conies for himself. And I was like, "I'm going to get 2. And then I was like, "I got it." And then I was like, "Wait, you're rich. Like, you can pay." And then he did, obviously. So we order, sit down, waiting for our food. I got a walking taco as part of my order as well.
One of my favorite foods in the world.
Yeah, but like a skyline or like
flirting.
chili one. No, literally.
I love walking tacos.
This queen was sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, like they have walking tacos." And I was like, "Girl, you gotta try it." So she's eating it. We're queening out with like her and her friends. And then I was like, my conies were up. And so we were leaving, and I was like, "Girl, have my walking taco." And she was like, "Oh my God," like
Obsessed.
amazing. Holding hands again. We go to Washington Park. Sitting
A dream.
at a picnic table, eating our conies, just like yapping, talking. And then he was like, "All right," it was like 2 something a.m. So like he was like, "Oh, I live like right there." And I was like, "Okay, I'll walk you home." Holding hands again, we start making out.
Stop.
No, literally.
Out front of his door.
Yeah.
It's so Sex in the City coded. I cannot.
I know.
Oh my God.
He says, I'll never
Do you want
forget.
to come up?
He says, "Do you want to come up for like 8 minutes?" And I just like burst out laughing. I was like, "That's a very specific time. 8 minutes."
What?
Um,
Why did he say that? Was he like being funny?
no, he was drunk, and I think he was just like trying to. "Do you want to come up for like a minute?" But he like specifically said 8 minutes. So I was like cracking up, and I was like, "Is that how long it takes you? Like just
Yeah.
specifically 8 minutes?" And then we were like laughing, and I was like, I had other plans, so I didn't. But
God damn it.
but it's okay. I love that man, and that night was so
And
like I
perfectly what
like
it
that it was yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like I like leaving it at like it was so romantic. We clicked so well and like I still got it.
Rom-com. Of course you still got it. You
Well, for
never
sure.
didn't have it.
So it was amazing and I love him.
I love that.
But he is married and they're like moving and like adopting a child. So like it's getting more like
Closed off.
yeah.
He's
Well,
trying
he
to
was.
have a couple last hurrahs.
For 8 minutes.
Specifically. That's pretty funny. I have my story about boys like the opposite. So
Oh no.
yeah. Well, so was the last
Well, yeah.
35 minutes of this podcast. But I had to end things with the mailman. Like, I mean, I needed to take space is what I did.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just started to get like really down bad before anyone even called me about like the shit my ex was on. Like I was just already starting to get like very fucked up over him.
Yeah.
And the shit I talked about in therapy just like also kind of like really fucked with my head. I do think I have PMDD. Like the PMS is getting like out of control. Like the way that I like can't even like function socially for like a week and a half before my period. But I just like, I don't know if it was like depression or just like, I mean, it was just all of it. And I was just like, I like can't get it up for anyone right now. Like I am literally just like, I don't want to hang out. I don't know how to talk. I can't flirt. I have no charm in my body. I'm like trying to text people and I'm just like, what do you say again? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? I just like lost it. I lost everything. I was just like, oh my God, like nothing is interesting to me. I don't want to like, if I'm like sitting here being like, who do I want to hang out with right now? Couldn't come up with anyone. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God. And so I told him like, I don't want to be impulsive and like end it, but I also like don't want to be avoidant and like fall back without saying anything. So like I'm being communicative that like I'm not really ready to make any decisions right now. So yeah, I said like I need like a minute, like I just like need some space. Yeah, and then like he wasn't really giving me the space that I was asking for, so then we had to have like 3 other conversations where I was like, this just like has nothing to do with you or like your effort, because I think he was trying to like win me back, and I was like, it's just not like that, like that's not gonna like help.
Right.
Like I can't, I'm so like it's so bad. And like I know that he's anxious attachment, and I also like I just know that feeling, so like it wasn't like making it worse or anything.
It was just like it's not helping.
Yeah, like I just wanted him to know like this isn't about you, so like that's not gonna like do anything, so you may as well not like.
Yeah.
But it definitely like I think normally like in the past like that would have like really turned me off or like given me the ick so bad I would have been like so annoyed about it, but I just like had so much empathy for it and was just unfazed by it completely. Like
Yeah.
I'm like been there. I
Yeah,
don't know. Like
totally.
whatever. And so has everyone I know. Well,
Uh-huh.
present company excluded, but
Oh, what?
yeah, no. I mean, he's still like on some like I'm not going anywhere, like I'm gonna give you what you deserve vibe, and I'm just like, go for it. Take me to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Yum.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm still.
Yeah.
I'm not in a place to decide whether or not that's
Yeah. No, that's
what
all
I'm
right.
going to be able to. So do what you got to do, and
Yeah, I think it's good that you're still being like
I'll see what I
empathetic
gotta
and
see.
kind about it. Like, hey, again,
for sure.
not you.
And like he recognized it, and like one, I just started answering more, so like that makes it a little bit better. And but like I mean, there were some days in there where I was like, I can't even like look at my phone. Like I literally can't do this. But I did end up telling him the other night in like a moment of desperation. I was like, this is what just happened to me, and I do think I might die tonight. So like I don't know. And then I mean, he's just really sweet and supportive and like understanding and has been through
Yeah.
very similar situations. So we like talked about it, and he's just really kind. So
That is what happened recently with me and Brennan. Because the guy I went on a date with and sucked his dick in the El Rancho Grande in Westchester parking lot.
do I leave that?
Yeah. I'm not ashamed.
I don't think you should be
Who,
at all.
Who's going to be mad? Well, he is very, like, into me. And I, like, don't reply a lot. But he doesn't, like, double text or anything. Like, he's very, like, he's not replying. I'm not going to text him. But, like, sometimes I'm like, let's text.
Fuck
so I
it.
text forever, and then I just randomly stop replying.
Yeah.
And the other night, I was saying something like, I was like, I'm in my hot boy era, because I was, like, needing a recharge of my vibe. And he was like, do you want to tell me more about, like, what, you know, like, what brought that on and stuff? And I was like,
You know what? Sure.
well, I said, like, meh, and then he was like, no, like, I'm interested. So I was like, well, here's the deal.
No, I love
Dating my ex fully.
I love when someone that's into me just lets me unleash on them. Like,
And he was
that's
so
fucked
sweet
up.
about it. He was
I
like,
know.
he was like, you know, been there and like, you deserve the world and blah, blah, blah. Which sucks from someone the
Of
person
course.
that you don't. But it didn't
But
suck.
honestly,
It was a good reminder.
still
and I
nice.
was like,
Love it.
and then he said, I want to be part of your hot boy era. And I didn't reply. And
Right,
I haven't
and
talked
that's
to him in 2 days.
That's the part where it happens. Are you going somewhere? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so sweet. We're just,
But I think sometimes like you need to be realistic about like with yourself. It's just like I need validation right now. I need attention right now. Who's gonna
I
give
think
it to
about
me?
you saying that all the time.
Because like we have needs. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and I just feel like it's very nice to like pull yourself out of that hole and remember that like even if you don't like that guy, there are guys who will treat you well.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how I convinced myself for so long that men are all like that. And so therefore I should settle for that
Right.
because they're all like that. They're not.
They're not. I
I
mean, I
hate
felt that way
them.
with Will the other day. I felt the way with that random guy I met at the bar.
Literally, like
that
romance
way
is
with-
alive and well. Some men are and at this point, even if it's a fucking act, even if you're fucking love bombing me, even if you
helps.
don't even fucking mean it,
Yeah.
put on a fucking show.
Yeah.
There were so
That's
many
more than-
times. There were so many times with my ex where I was like, "Could you just fucking fake it? Mm-hmm. Like, can you be like, oh my god, baby, you are so gorgeous,
Yeah.
and only be interested in some pussy, or like, you know, whatever, like, whatever the ulterior motive is, or even if it's disingenuine, I don't give a fuck at this point,
Right.
Like, you know, when they
That's
were
the frustrating part, too. I said the same thing to Levi one time. I was like, I don't care if you, like, mean it or have the energy. Just, like, hype me up or do...
Fake it till you make it.
Say something romantic. Take your little fingers and,
don't
like,
have it
just
in 'em.
say it. No.
do the things that you do for these other fucking bitches on Snapchat. That, I mean, I like sent a really long thing the other day. Like, do you know how much that fucked up my psyche to watch you so freely give other women the attention that I was begging for from you?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, and I didn't even like see it because I didn't go through his phone, anything like that. But like, I know you were doing it.
Yeah.
And like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah. And it, like, that's where I'm kind of at, is, like, I want, like, it is so hurtful and frustrating that it's like, why are you, like, doing all of this for guys who literally mean nothing, but someone who literally is, like, pouring their heart out to you and, like, will literally do anything for you is just like, eh.
I know what it is.
What?
Those people don't expect anything out of him. And they're so much easier.
Yeah.
They don't force him to look at the person that he is and change for the better. No one on Snapchat is asking that man to do the hard work that it
Right.
takes to build emotional intimacy and be a better person and show up as a partner in this relationship. They're not doing that.
Which brings me back to what I said earlier is like, I do take pride in the fact that like, obviously I'm still seeing him and whatever. So like, I'm going to say if it doesn't work out, I know that I will always be the one that was like, oh, like he actually cared, and all these empty interactions mean nothing.
Yeah. I
So,
think
yeah.
that is really tricky for me because I know, I mean, and maybe it's just because I love him, but like I know his ability to make people care about him. And I know that there will be other women who will care about him probably the same amount that I did.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll actually love one of them. Like, I don't know. And that sucks.
Yeah.
And that's just like the unfortunate reality of it. Like, I don't feel like I'm the best thing that ever happened to him, because I just do feel like he will find someone that he doesn't have to like force himself to try and love, like, or eventually give in because I love him so much that he's like, well, I should love you back.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, like, I know he loved me all along.
Right.
Like, it was, I believe, genuinely love at first sight for both of us. I just think that, like, he never wanted to be in a relationship. So, like, he begrudgingly did that. And that doesn't work.
That's not a good foundation.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. I think the love that we shared is, like, unique and special, but I think everyone thinks that. And
But also it is like, we're all unique and
Yes,
special,
it
and like
is.
the connection
It
you have
is.
with people is unique and special.
It is, for sure.
Like, you know, and talking back and forth about like our different things, like obviously you dated him for so much longer and it's such a different situation, but like the connections between like the corresponding people are like still different and like unique to that.
Yeah.
But it's exhausting.
Yeah, I have like a
I'm actually like fine right now, but
whole speciality complex that I need to work through in therapy.
I kind of feel the same, but also I would venture to say I am the best thing that's happened to him thus far. So like, yeah, there could be someone who like clicks better and he grows up a little more and whatever and is like ready in his life to accept that. I, for one, am done talking about boys. I don't know about
I
you.
literally never want to
wanna
speak on them again.
Yeah.
Except for my next topic. So I swear
I'm dying.
it's about straight men, okay? But like
Again?
in a fun way.
Fun.
It's still the same straight guy that wants to come on the podcast. Him and his friend have a podcast. He wants both of them to come on, which like logistically, I don't even have the bandwidth
Nightmare.
for that.
Maybe they'll have us and we can both
So
post it.
I want to go on there. I don't know. I didn't know if you'd want to come. He
I
lives
would-
in Columbus.
Do they want me
Fun.
to come?
I don't know. We haven't. So I asked him, when am I coming on? And he was like, when are we coming on? I asked you first. And I was like, no, I have like a whole plan. And here's the plan.
Okay.
So I was going to go on and I was going to give them a gay quiz. Because that's my whole thing is like, you're not gay enough to come on the podcast.
So if they pass the quiz, they can come on
Yes.
there.
So I was going to
That's funny.
say, if you get 7 out of 10, you can come on the podcast. If you get 10 out of 10, you can say it on air. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
They can call me a I've never seen them. They can call me that.
so that was going to be my plan. And then I don't know if that's going to happen. But what I wanted to do was us come up with those questions. Then I wanted to ask our audience and like have them tell us how many they got right.
All of them, probably.
Well, yeah,
I still want to do hot ones on here.
I know. And okay, so we were talking about that when we were gonna put this one out. Now it's just gonna be a double feature. But like thinking about sometimes doing like the episode comes out on a Thursday and then we do like a little bonus, like something on a Tuesday. It would be hot ones, Taylor Swift bracket,
What's in my
a little
bag.
vlog, what's in your bag. Exactly.
Yeah.
We could both do what's in my bag and just show each other. What's
Maybe
in
when
our
we
bags.
finish this, we can film that one. And then next week, that can be our first feature.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
I have 2 more topics.
I have 3.
Okay.
One of ours might be the same.
They're so not.
Oh.
Do you have any do any of them segue nicely from this?
No. Speaking of touring artists,
Love it.
do you know who Alex Warren is?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
He's just like a YouTube guy.
Okay. Yeah, he is. Well, he had a concert at Bogart's, and we did like a concert, or sorry, a contest for people to win a meet and greet with him. So me and Katie had to go on Sunday to this Alex Warren show. I pull up to Short Vine, lines wrapped all the way to UC. It was insane. And me and Katie were like, who is this guy? Like, I have never heard of him in my life.
He has one song.
No,
that
exactly. He is like a viral song.
I don't know what it is.
But
off the
now,
top.
his manager, all of a sudden, since the viral song, has just apparently been like a pain in the fucking ass.
Damn. He's like a really nice, sweet guy, and I hope that this doesn't like change that.
He did not.
Based on YouTube. But like,
Well, I watched a couple of his TikToks before, and I thought he was. I didn't know what I thought. I thought he was gonna be like a podcaster, like a Tana Mojo type deal.
he's friends with Tana. That's how I know of him.
Oh, he
like,
is?
he was always around. I can't remember if he was with like
He was like Hype House or one of those things.
one of those things,
Yes.
and he was like the nice, sweet, grounded, normal one in the group. And
Okay.
Tana, like,
And
he
I
was
could
like the
see
only
that.
one she stayed in contact with, and like he's been with the same girl forever. They like recently got engaged. Like, they're very like wholesome in like a
Okay.
sea of like fucked up shit.
I could see
And
that.
I've always had a soft
and our
spot for
PD
him.
in Nashville told us that. He was like, Alex himself is so sweet. There's no way he knows that his manager's being like an asshole. Anyway, so we go to this meet and greet, and it's obviously a bunch of like 12-year-olds. So like,
Yeah.
got a spot right in front because like none of them were driving there. And his manager was like nice to us. Like, it was fine, but you could tell he was just like,
Ugh,
and I was
yeah.
like, this is Alex Warren. Anyway, so we go in for the meet and greet. I'm taking pictures of like our contest winners.
Yeah.
And then of course Katie's like, you and me, let's get a pic with him. And I was like, okay. So I go up.
Someday you'll love that for some reason.
If he blows up,
He already has.
no one knows who he is. None of the moms of the contest winners had any idea.
Yeah, but like my siblings probably know who he is. Your siblings probably know who he is. Your siblings probably know who he is.
I'll ask Chloe.
Not all of your siblings, but
Chloe would probably be like, I don't like him. Anyway, so I go up and pretend you're Alex Warren. I was like, hi, I'm Bobby. He doesn't speak, so good job. I think he was on vocal rest before his show. He just like, which is crazy because I saw him talking to other people. This one girl, not one of our radio winners, was in line before us and was there for like 10 minutes, like crying to him. And I was like, did Alex Warren save your life?
he might have, dude.
And like, look, to each their own art, and like what speaks to them speaks to them. But I was like,
Pull him up on Spotify. I need to know what the song's called.
It's called Ordinary.
oh, did you look it up? Oh, I was like,
It's so TikTok coded.
It's
I
so
can't
bad.
even handle it.
don't leave that. But, or do, I don't know. None of my coworkers watch this. So.
Neither does Alex Warren, so all
What
good.
if he did?
And
What if
neither
he was
does
like,
Tana.
I wish Hannah would watch it. She doesn't have time, but like I wish she would watch it because she would think it's funny.
I know she really would. She
'Cause
would love
we
us.
literally just
she
are
loves
them.
you already.
Yeah,
I know.
not anymore.
I've never told you this story.
Okay.
Maybe I told you. I don't think I ever told it on here. But how I saved a baby's life at Costco one time. Okay. And this is like so unrelated and this episode's so fucking long. I don't know why I'm saying it, but like I put it in here, so here I go.
Okay.
So me and Mackenzie are shopping at Costco with Taylor's membership card because we're getting ready for the brunch.
You did tell me this.
No
but go on.
fucking way. What a crazy ass
The
time
Wicked
in my
brunch?
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there is just like this commotion and this baby is fucking screaming and there's like people crowding around them. And the baby's leg went like through the wrong hole, you know, where babies sit
And the cart.
in the cart, and it was like stuck. Like its leg was like caught in something so fucked up. And they're trying to like get it out. The baby's fucking screaming. There's all these people around. They like don't know what to do. Someone was maybe like trying to use like lotion or something or whatever. We like walk by it And I'm just like, that's fucked up. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I'm like, I have to go back. And I grab Aquaphor out of my
I
purse.
knew you were going to say Aquaphor.
And I walked up and I'm like, try this. Like, I don't know, maybe. They start doing it. All of a sudden, I go into fucking superhuman mode. I lock in with this baby and it stops crying. Like, I am literally like, it's gonna be okay. But like, I'm just like,
What's going on?
I mean, it's like an infant, truly.
Right.
Like,
But
but I was the only person in this situation who got this baby to stop crying, and the Aquaphor got its leg out. So,
I am dead.
It was truly a miracle at that Costco.
Wow.
It was amazing.
I'm happy for that baby.
And ever since that day, I was like, maybe I don't hate kids,
Yeah, I thought I didn't hate kids, but then I went to Norwood Delight. You know what I'm talking about?
That little whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Went there, million kids screaming left and right, and we were like,
Well, my main thing is, like, I don't hate children. I hate their parents who are not parenting them. But I also have empathy for how hard it is to be a parent. I just don't want to be one. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I hate kids in the way of, like, they don't fit into my lifestyle. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't have hatred for innocent children.
for sure. They were just overstimulating
For
me
sure.
and my homeboys.
And that's on their fucking parents.
Yeah. Not really. They were just like being kids. Like they weren't like
I know, and that
acting
shit's so
up.
annoying.
They were just yapping.
It's
like I want this one, and I was like, no, I wanted to die.
They're just so annoying, especially when there's more than one of them. It's like
There were friends involved. Yeah, they were yapping. I couldn't.
I love that for them though. Like what a beautiful.
They were
night
having so much fun. Like
Creamy
God forbid
Whip.
he was like, oh my God, I want the bluey ice cream,
I
and I was like. And yeah, we were looking at each other, me and Levi, like, we gotta go.
Did you? You got ice cream, I presume?
Yeah, I got ice cream 2 days in a row.
From there?
No, I went there, and then Tay and I got ice cream yesterday.
At
The place down her street.
I love it there.
They
The
have
ice
so
cream
many
fucks
things.
So hard, it's amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh my God. I can't get fully into it. But like I forgot to even write down that the other night I was vacuuming and my neighbor walked out of her apartment and screamed at the top of her lungs at me. I didn't even hear what she was saying because I didn't stop vacuuming. And then it like dawned on me that was maybe what was happening. And then I stopped and was like, what? And then like she was done. So I don't like know. I think at one point I heard her say it is 10 p.m. It was a Friday night, by the way. And I vacuumed for like a total of 3 minutes.
Insane.
Maybe. Like, that's pushing it. I literally vacuumed this little area right here because I cleaned her litter box. Mm-hmm. And I just, like, vacuumed around that area. And don't get me wrong. She vacuumed once. I was terrified. It was very loud. But then I realized it was a vacuum and was like, slay. I'm glad you're cleaning your apartment.
Right.
Mind you, she was doing it at 1 a.m. Still didn't give a fuck.
Didn't yell at her.
At all. It was 9:52, first of all. And then this bitch proceeded to be on the phone till midnight, just like fully awake. Like it being 10 o'clock had like, she was not trying to go to sleep at all. She was not trying to wind down. Like she sat in the same room underneath me on the phone until midnight. Just like, and I like the longer she stayed on the phone, like I was like progressively, my blood was boiling more and more. Cause I'm like, I can't like, there was no reason for you to say that. Also, fuck what time it is. You yell at me at 2 p.m., at 4 p.m., at 6 p.m., at 8 p.m., at 10 p.m. Like, you don't give a fuck what time it is.
Right.
You want me to not live here.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what you want me to do.
Right.
So I wrote her a very angry letter and didn't give it to her. But if she's literally says one more thing, like...
Yeah, she will, so...
100%. So I can't wait to put that on her door. Like... Yeah. And it's... Should I read it?
Sure. We've got time.
I wanted to be way meaner because I wanted to like kind of like journal and just like get it out and then like write.
But then you were like, I might give it to her.
Yeah. So then this is like still maybe not the final draft. This is somewhere in between like the meanest I wanted to be and like an actual note I would give to someone. So like, I'm not really sure what this is. Mm-hmm. you need to stop screaming at me every time you hear a noise. I am not doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm just living normally inside my home and making normal sounds at regular hours. I have already made lifestyle changes to accommodate you. I now barely use a room in my home that I pay for to appease you, and I'm not going to be uncomfortable or tiptoe around up here. At this point, there's nothing more I can do, nor am I willing to. If I was throwing parties and screaming and blaring music at midnight, sure, say something, but you're being unreasonable and fully disrespectful. You live in an apartment with neighbors, and if you can't handle that, move out. You don't get to call me a fucking bitch because something fell off of my shelf. The people across from me have a toddler that screams all night, that my upstairs neighbor does whatever she wants all night, has literally done karaoke at 2 a.m. several times.
Hell yeah.
So you're really lucky it's me that lives above you. Nothing I've done has warranted any of the ways that you've spoken to me.
Period. No love, Erin.
Well, I was on the phone with Tay, and I was like, I want to write get help, like move out, or like shut the fuck up. Like I wanted like a little like way to like end it, but that was like
yeah
too much. So
for sure.
I haven't thought of anything, and so I'll probably just leave it blank.
Okay.
With so much love and adoration.
Yeah.
Your upstairs neighbor.
XOXO.
Bestie.
XOXO. I'll kill you. Just kidding. I know you're down.
I'll kill you with a gun. Like.
Anyway,
guys.
On that
thank
note,
you so much for watching. Mind you, we did not make a thumbnail last week, and I don't even know if we did an outro.
Stormed out.
Yeah, so
we did an outro.
Like
we were done
out.
filming.
Yeah. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching both of these episodes. Make sure you watch the other one if you haven't. And like, comment, subscribe, share. We will see you in the next one. Comment something down below. Love you.
Love.
Slay.